the Goddamn Radio, powered by Struggle Band Network. It's possible that a lot of the shit we're about to talk about is neither actual, factual, or even remotely true. Half of what we say is shit, but all of what we say is funny. Most importantly, we encourage all parties to fact check, because all of this shit is spoke from alleged lips. Go look it up yourself. But don't forget to like and subscribe to all this we talking. You sure to be entertained. The Goddamn Radio.
Okay. Episode 56 was good, gang.
What's up? What's up, FYL gang? What's up?
Got Rizzy Ray in the building. Got my nigga Puff in the building.
Yo.
Okay. Trina Bean in the building. She with us though.
What's going on? I'm here.
She with us though. I skipped the intro today, man. I'm ready to get right into it, man. Right? So I guess it's like an icebreaker, you know what I mean? Because we was backstage and I'm gonna use it now, right? Fuck it. I want to know, right? For the women, if you had to choose one of these qualities for a man to have, right? Short, weak, or broke. And for the men, if you had to choose one of these qualities for a woman to have, old, fat, and difficult, what quality would you choose? Which one is the easiest one, you know what I mean? Or the better one for you to choose?
I guess for me, I'm going to say short for a man, right? Because I don't want you to be weak. I'd rather take a physical disadvantage than another over a different one, right? So I would say probably short.
I would agree. Short for me out of those three.
Puff, what you going with, man? Old, fat, difficult, man. Your girl gotta have one of these qualities. Which qualities is she gonna have?
I'm gonna say difficult because old bitches is fat and difficult. So that eliminates that. Fat joints be difficult to deal with because they big and I can't lift. That's a difficult. Yeah, I'm gonna take difficult.
That is crazy. I just knew he was.
Because all the other categories got difficult in it. I might as well just take difficult and eliminate the other categories.
I like what you did. I like the logic. I like the thought you put in that. I'm not gonna lie. I like the thought process you put in that. A question that came up.
Will, you got to answer it too.
No, I probably was gonna choose difficult too. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, all right.
Difficult or probably old.
See, that's because you like old joints, so it ain't difficult for you to pick an old joint.
I just think that all women are difficult, so that's why I like the thought. That's how I like how you broke down the gap.
It's no way y'all not accepting the fat bitches because we hot commodity. I mean, we up there. Like I'm telling you, like the attention from like how it was in 2010 to how it is walking outside today. It's
but
no
weak,
way.
Though. I'm weak. See, that's the characteristic I got. I'm weak, and my rule is if I can't lift it, I can't shift it. So
I gotta be able to move you from in front of the door. I gotta be able to walk away. You can't be bigger. You can't be too big for me not to move.
I've never dated a big guy, right? And I can say that every skinny guy I've dated,
they be strong.
That's what I said.
Some niggas got good center core gravity and shit, right? But I don't got all that. I've been shot. I got a bullet in my left thigh, so like I got to put most of the leverage on my right leg. And you know when you overcompensate, that's when injuries happen. And I just sprained a few muscles before, stepping out my boundaries.
Us slim niggas got power in the pelvis.
Yeah,
but
we keep that shit. We keep that shit organized.
Some that niggas was talking about backstage, right? It's not the same benefit for both sexes to date somebody old.
Hell no.
What's the difference?
A woman loses all her benefits as she gets old. A man usually becomes better. He becomes wiser. He becomes more financially stable, more than likely. He becomes more responsible. I mean, if you look at a lot of business owners are older men. A lot of the most successful people you look up will be mostly older men. Even the people you look up to now that are like athletes and stuff, they're older guys. LeBron is 39 years old. Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, them guys are 34, 35. You're not really looking at I mean, I know you may find a 17-year-old or 18-year-old youthful and appealing, but is that the person you want to settle down with? Now, if you flip the script, you look at these guys who are financially stable already. They're getting younger women. You don't really see a lot of guys going out there finding a older situation. The only one I can really think of that was actually worth talking about was Drake and Serena Williams. And Drake just be slinging dick to be slinging dick, so I don't really think that counts all the way. Like it's not really a
You
common
got
thing.
Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon, and he's still in love with her.
I
I mean, you got Mariah
don't,
Carey and Nick Cannon. Not too much. She older than Nick, and Nick still loves Mariah to this day.
uh,
You got
I don't. That's not that the guy that's trying to populate the
didn't Ray
world.
J
I
date
don't
with
think that's
Whitney
the
Houston?
perfect guy to pick for that
Wasn't
cat.
Ray
I
J
don't
Oh
think
dating?
yeah,
that's
Ray J. Oh
PR.
yeah, Ray J. Whitney Houston. Yeah, Whitney. Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to fuck on Whitney Houston.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
not really
He might just be like me. He might just, you know what I mean, like old women shit.
yeah, it's not really a
I mean, so
common
you got some
thing.
people that like old women.
No, it's not a common thing, man. Most men get younger women.
Yes,
Men
it is. That's why
don't
you
be
got
wanting
cougars.
milfs. Like men
You
don't
got
like
cougars.
if
The
they want
cougars.
cougar. Yeah, or the
Dude, they
Yeah.
like using cougars. They're not really settling with
I
those.
think it's
They're
the
they're
same for
using
women
those
with older
cougars for what the
men.
Yeah, I'm
huh?
about to say. I think it's the same with women with
It's
older
the
men as
No,
well.
same
Like for
women
the
thing.
women
benefit.
women use men in general. It doesn't really matter the age. Like y'all use men in general. But
But
no,
it's different
women tend
levels
to
of manipulation, surely.
women usually date older. Like my father's 3 years older than my mom.
Hmm. Hmm.
But the chick that I was supposed to be with last night, I was 3 years older than her. You feel me? Like that's just you feel me?
I mean, I am 9 years or 10 years. My husband, he's my senior, so 10 years. But I feel like it's things in terms of like older women that I see, like if I'm just thinking, right? They tend to require less, in my opinion. They are usually more sure and certain in what they want. They usually are the better cooks, you know what I'm saying? They know all the cleaning remedies, like they know how to keep house. And I always argue this. I don't know what it is, right? And no shade, okay? But I feel like women of this generation, I see a lot of like pussy promotion of like to make things tighter and wetter and da 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 da. And like I don't like none of that stuff because I feel like the vagina do what it's supposed to do if you just take care of her. And like the young girls is kind of on that, and the old heads ain't really having to do that, and they still be doing their thing. So I just feel like they just take good care overall. Maybe even better than younger girls. That was
Ray
what
J said that in an interview. He said he learned how to wash himself properly due to dating an older woman.
I feel like it is definitely things depending on the type of man you are, right? That's benefiting just as equal.
I guess I feel like if a woman got so old with no man, she should learn how to cater to men. She should know how to do things that men like. If she made it this long with no, like you've been through a bunch of them, you should have picked up some tips, some tricks, or something, bitch. You should be able to do something to make a nigga smile around this motherfucker. God damn. God damn. Like, you, you, you should know something, nigga. You should the meals niggas like something, bitch. You should know. All right.
They the ones that taught us, so surely they do it better than us.
What's
And
more important to y'all, right? Like if y'all had to like rank these things or put these things in order of importance to y'all, right? What's 1, 2, and 3? What's more important to y'all? Respect, love, loyalty.
respect.
Respect is one for me.
Because if you respect me, right, that to
Hmm.
me is can kind of segue into loyalty a bit, right? Because you respect
Hmm.
me by you giving me that respect, right? Then that's
Hmm.
already like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of you those can be blurred. And then I feel like
Hmm.
loving me, that's bro, love come and
That's
go, right?
temporary. That's
Love come
temporary.
and go.
Hmm.
Puff, you agree with that?
I go loyalty, respect, then love.
Loyalty, respect, then love. Elaborate. Explain.
Um, your loyalty mean more than your respect for me, right? Because you can respect me but not be loyal to me. You feel me? Like say for us, all right, cool. I'm a Christian, right? So I respect God. I respect Jesus and shit, but my actions in life prove that I'm not loyal. I've done things that go against what He asks. You feel
Yeah.
me? So I mean, like I said, I'm a Christian, so yes, I love my religion. I love the person that I choose to follow and all of that. But I've also made decisions that wasn't what I figured he would have chosen. So if I was more loyal than respectable, I would have followed those instructions a little better. So I feel like loyalty counts a little more sometimes. And then and then respect comes before love and shit. Cause like, um, love is such a unmeasurable word. Like, you can tell 7 different people you love them, but you don't love these 7 people the same. So it's like it's a complicated word for me, I guess. You feel me?
Mm.
I
But
get
like
that.
respect is pretty much a necessity in life. So I would put that second, and then it would be love after that.
I feel like it just makes sense in that order. Before you can be loyal to anything, you have to respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like first. So I feel like that has to come first. Like, how can you even begin to be loyal to something that you don't respect?
Because loyalty doesn't deal with respect. Loyalty deals with a lot. You can be loyal to something because it benefits you. You can be loyal to something because it sounds like the right thing to do.
But do you not
It can be,
respect that benefit? Is that not like
You can be
that's
loyal to some out of fear.
no, I think for example, like when I first started hustling, I didn't respect hustling. You feel me? But I was loyal to it. I was outside every day, but I didn't respect it. I didn't understand it. I didn't know who and what you can lose from it. I didn't know how many people you can lose from it. You feel me? I didn't understand what sitting in jail for it was. I didn't understand what this person trying to take your pack and you got to. I was new, but loyalty was. I was outside every day. My pack was bagged up. I was making my sales. I was getting my money. I was doing my thing. You feel me? But I couldn't say I respected it because I wasn't moving in the way of somebody who respects something. Somebody who respects something will move in a way that you're gonna make sure that you keep it going. You feel me? You're gonna make sure that the next guy behind you got a seat. You're gonna make sure that your neighborhood clean and all that. Wherever you hustling that clean, so the people don't call the police. Like now that I'm older, I do those things because I respect it. But then I didn't respect the game. I was just loyal to it. So I don't feel like I don't think that. I don't feel that way. You feel me? Because
yeah, those
loyalty
are
is more
great.
of an action. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. I can see.
You can respect somebody without doing anything. Like you feel me? Your mom can tell you such and such, and you can just be respectful. You don't have to say a word. You just go and do it, or don't do what they said don't do and stuff. But like for you to physically just constantly do it over and over, just nonstop without them having to say it to you, you make up your own mind that you're gonna do it. You loyal to it. You feel me? Like so, I just feel like loyalty comes before it. I mean, it may be different for somebody else. It's just that way to me.
Yeah, I think it's definitely person based, but I think you make great points, and
That was a good point.
that helped me open my mind. You know that perspective. So I hear you.
Okay, okay. When it comes to dating, right? You know what I mean? Beginning stages of dating. You trying to get out there and find somebody or go on a first date with somebody, right? Who takes more risks in dating, men or women?
Women.
Why? Why women?
I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to like dating, I feel like it's all in the men's hands. I feel like women risk it all to be chosen by someone. I feel like men just be putting women through it all to be chose. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like women risk it more. I feel like it's all in the men's hands. What say go? The woman wants a relationship. The commitment is solid when it's coming from both sides, and most of the time it's not from the man. Or like you dating intentionally, and then you waiting for marriage, and it's all in the man's hand. I just feel like everything is in the men's hands. I don't know. I feel like the women be pulled along a lot of the time.
Yeah, y'all agree with that?
No, I mean, sort of, kind of, but not. I think it depends on like what topic you're talking about. Like health wise and like risk, like physical life wise, I think a woman is risking more. But financial and time wise, I think a guy's risking more. Of course, I would say a woman health wise, because a woman's going out with a man. We've seen on the news how men abuse women. A guy, a female really have to trust you to go somewhere else. Nigga kidnap you, take you, smuggle you, and all that crazy shit. But at the end of the day, you still not putting you're not putting your emotions on the line. You're not putting you feel me? Like, you could be humiliated. Guys go through a lot on like date situations. Then you gotta think, we're spending our money. You're not really spending your money, so you can't be taking the risk in the financial area, because you gotta think some chicks get Ubered from their house to the date site back to their house. You didn't spend
Mhm.
anything, so it's like no risk there at all. So I don't. It's just depending on what side you coming from.
Mhm.
I think the only risk that the woman has more is that abuse part of it. Even if we're talking about STDs, right? Women carry like, and I don't know this reported. I don't know if it's because women check ourselves more, right? But like on
Mhm.
all levels, like men have a high risk, like their livelihood, the finances are being impacted if they did
Mhm.
decide to have a relationship sexually with somebody like that. Then that is still kind of scary for them too. So I don't know. I feel like,
Mhm.
and then the men is they're at risk because they have to put so much into it as well. If they are planning it, they gotta pick the girl up, make sure she get home safe. You gotta
Mhm.
protect the girl while you're out on a date. All you had to do was
Mhm.
throw on some lip
You
gloss.
gotta go to the hood to pick her up.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, what?
The whole part of, especially depending on the age group, going to her house and her family, her brothers, her father, they pressing you like
Definitely.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
those things. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I just think it's a lot. So I'm gonna say I think the men have more of, I guess I want to say, risk or harder time in
I
that.
was checking about half an hour. Why go get somebody?
Y'all right when I think about it, low key. Yeah, y'all right for sure. I ain't even think about all that other stuff.
All right, all right. No, I agree. I agree. I definitely think I think the men are more at risk. I do agree. It was like, yeah, you got to worry about getting beat on as a woman, worry about getting beat on, or something like that. But nah, for sure, I think like the men are more at risk. Okay. All right. I think that's a good one because we got some parents on here. Uh,
Half and half.
when you raising kids, right? Are you a bad parent if 2 out of 3 of your kids is in bad situations?
Yes. The odds say that something about your parenting or the household that you raise these kids in is your track record is more in a deficit than not. So I would probably say you got some bad parenting style or skill or something.
Mhm.
You can't control who gets caught and who doesn't. Nah, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, that's basically what being a parent is. You being a good parent is whether or not you taught your kid how to not get caught good enough. Because everybody has done something that's against the law, whether you want to admit it or not. You broke the law before too. You
I
just did.
haven't.
You never You never got a speeding ticket before. You never did an illegal substance.
Nothing that nothing that I can admit that truly I did. Now maybe they saying I did, but I didn't.
You're right. Cool. Cool. That's all I'm saying. So it's
No,
like,
they saying I did.
if that's not being caught, because you got to think it's a crime in the law book called conspiracy. That means if they think you did it, so so you can still go to jail for what you just said out your mouth too. And like I was just saying, so and if you were to go to jail for conspiracy to do the crime that you just talked about, your parent will be considered a bad parent. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's all about who gets caught and who doesn't. You really can't control that.
So you saying like environment plays a part, and things like that.
Environment plays a part. The
You know
things
what I'm
you let
saying?
your
Like you
kids.
kid out here getting in trouble, getting caught up in set. It's like that could be environmental, right? Like you could be
It
a
can
good
be
parent.
environmental. It can be TV. Some people got a perfect environment, and then they see something on TV and they want to reenact it. For example, the dude who got to go to jail for life because he did a wrestling move on his little brother and killed him. You feel me? That was wrestling. He was reenacting wrestling. Now nigga got to go to jail for doing wrestling moves. So his parents are bad parents. Because I do. Man, my brother did wrestling moves on each other too. I
Don't
mean,
try to sound.
But I think the thing to focus on here too is the amount, right? Like, and that I know there's one offs, but like I do feel like because if it's environment, then why isn't everybody impacted, right? Like, why is it that most of your kids are troubled and the others aren't? That's, to me, that's something. If they are raised in the same household, same environment, like
but
something
wouldn't
that
it be different if the oldest kid was perfect and the two younger kids was troubled, and the two older kids was troubled and the younger kid was perfect? Because you gotta remember, if the older kid is bad, then he is going to the younger kid is going to see how he act. That has nothing to do with the parent, and that has to do with, oh, my brother did this, I want to be like my brother. But then you got an older kid who is good, and then the two younger kids are bad. They don't have a bad older brother to see things from. So you're like, damn, my
but
older
that's
son
why
was
you
good. Where
have
did
to.
they get this from?
But why, at that point, as the parent, like, if the child is not getting away with those things and that child is facing consequences for those actions, then that child isn't more eager to do those things because they see what happens. Now I have this taken away from me, or I can't do this, or blah blah.
I don't know, cause my brother went to prison for robbing people at 17. I was 14. That didn't stop. That actually made me worse. I was a student of the year in every school up until middle school. Then when I went to high school, I started fucking up because my brother was gone. So I mean, I don't. I'm saying I don't.
Do
It
you feel like
changes for
your mom
everybody.
gave your brother more attention than you, in a sense, because of those things?
No, I was the best at. Listen. I was so good at sports. All my people thought we was gonna be rich. So all my people paid me all the attention in the world until I stopped like doing what I was doing. Like I'm saying, like everybody's household is different.
So
Like
then
if
it
I
was.
was to
I
explain my
have mixed
childhood to you,
emotions
you
on
wouldn't
that.
even believe it because it doesn't mimic what I portray.
Mm.
Trina, what's up, Trina?
I
If
don't know.
you got if you got 2 out of 3 kids in a bad situation, you a bad parent. What's up, man? How you feel?
Oh no, I have mixed emotions on that. With me, one being a parent, and then two working with kids every day, all day. I feel like I'm mixed. I feel like you can be the best parent to your kids all you want, and they still have their influences. And because I deal with kids like that all the time. They come from a two-parent household. They come from a household with resources, but they still are influenced, so they still want to be what they're not. And then the other side of me is like, as an active parent, I'm like, just because you have those resources in your household, is the investment the same? Are you as active? Are you paying attention? Are you providing the guidance that you need to give to your children? So I was like, I have mixed emotions on that topic. Like, I think it just depends on the circumstance, I guess, because you definitely can have a good household and the kids still go on their own path and do what the fuck they want to do. Because I see that shit all the time. So I don't know. It's like I got mixed emotions on it.
I don't think a parent gonna beat outside. Never. I don't think a parent will ever beat outside. Because if you're a real parent, you got to go to work. So you're gone from the kid's life 10 hours out of a day. They're gonna be outside more time than they're gonna be with you. It's like it's no way to beat that.
But don't we talk about foundation, right?
It is though. It is. It is ways you can beat that. Because like with me being a parent, my daughter is away from me seven. I say 9 hours. I drop her off an hour's gone. An hour after school, 7 hours in school. When my daughter is away from me, the people that she's with is also my village. I'm very active. I know her teachers. I know her principal. I know her daycare provider. So when you're not away, those people that your children are in their hands also should be trusted as well. You should be, as a parent, active enough to know who your child is with and who your child is around, so you can build that village. So y'all can come together to make sure your child is doing right. My daughter teacher can text me personally. My daughter principal can text me, call me personally.
Yeah, but
Anybody that is around my child is.
at 15, 16, it's gonna be a lot harder to you know follow your child. Your child is very young.
I do agree with that. I do agree it could be harder, but why not put in that extra work? Please understand, 15, 16, I'm still on that ass.
No, I'm
That's
just
why all
saying
I
because
need is one.
it's kind of hard to do that. Cause like my mom went to work at 6 o'clock. She came home at six
Hmm.
o'clock. So I got out of
Hmm.
school at 3:10. So I mean,
Hmm.
so I got from 3:10 to 6 o'clock. It's no way of no. My mom called the metro too, so it ain't no. I'm gonna keep calling you. No, you on the train. So it's like there's
Hmm.
no way of knowing what I'm doing for 3 hours. I got three whole
Hmm.
hours right here without you. like it reminds you, we went to church every day at my house, so you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna keep them in God and all. Nigga, that shit don't work.
Mhm.
Like, nigga, if a you listen, this is what I tell people: the smarter your kid is, the most dangerous it can possibly be. See, the most good kids are stupid. They don't know nothing to do anything. But a kid that got some intelligence that knows what the value of money is and what knows that this is fun and knows how to do this, they're gonna get into more stuff. So it's like you gonna not educate your kid to keep them safer, or you gonna educate your kid and risk them knowing
I don't
the
agree with
objectives
that
of everything.
because there's other ways to get them that same education if you monitor and help filter the bullshit. A lot of parents are not monitoring half of the shit their kids are doing. They're not. I see that and I work from home just in me going out. Just yesterday, little boy fucking 10 feet ahead of you. You on your phone looking down. Like it's just little things like that that I feel. I'm not a parent, but I just feel like it are not things that help that child
But
knows
that
you're not
contradicts
paying
with
attention.
people.
If
But
your
doesn't that
child
contradict
knows,
though?
huh?
Doesn't that contradict? Because don't they say the kids who get monitored the most end up being the worst people?
I'm not first of all, I will disagree with that in a sense because my mom monitored me to the point that I told her everything because she created that environment where I was comfortable enough to talk to her and it didn't feel like monitoring. So it is a way that you can do it. You have to develop a relationship with your child. Instead, it doesn't need to be a strict, tight
100% agree.
noose around your neck. Those people do, yes, because they never got a taste of freedom. My
Mhm.
mom would let me go to Trina and Jay Keisha house, but you know what my
Yeah.
mom and Trina mother did? They sat
Mhm.
down. They
Mhm.
talked. My mom knew Trina's mother. Trina's mother knew my
Mhm.
mother because they're spending a lot of time together. I need to know how your household is operating, right?
Mhm.
And that's then at that point my mom could make the decision. Oh, if she decided, okay, yeah, that's not this, or Trina's mother said, well, I don't like that, blah blah blah. That type of monitoring, right? They didn't stop what was inevitable, right? But they at least gave extra visibility and oversight to those things.
They definitely did, and it definitely created that rapport. Because, like you said, we was able to go to our parent. We didn't need like for me, I can personally say I ain't. My mom would tell you I wasn't sneaky. I wasn't doing shit I wasn't supposed to do because she wasn't strict, but she also had that rapport. So it was like yeah, you definitely can monitor without feeling like you got them in the chokehold at the same time. It's
And they
possible.
gave guidance. They gave guidance. My dad was like,
Hmm.
bro, I could see that you smoking, right? Like I see that you smoking. Listen, I remember him talking to me about like even down to how I'm rolling my weed, just things to be mindful of. This is if you're going to do it, maybe try this way. Try not to use the tobacco. Like just those
Hmm.
conversations. Like I don't want you to smoke, but like I'm not stupid. I know you're going to do it. Like, but
Hmm.
here's the more responsible way to do it. Like,
Yeah, that's how my dad was. Like, I don't smoke, but my brother smoked. My dad had the conversation. You would be like, "Boy, I'd rather you smoke here than out there." And if you are, he told my brother how to move. Be discreet. I shouldn't look at you. I shouldn't be around you and know you smoking. Like he made sure he like taught him properly like how to move if
don't
you
be
want to do some shit.
smelling
Don't
loud.
be
You know what I'm
stupid.
saying?
Yeah, like when I get in your car, it shouldn't smell like that shit. When I get around you, you shouldn't smell like that shit. You gonna do that shit? Like on dorm. Don't be around being hot, smoking with niggas. Like my dad made sure he had those conversations. Like I know what you're doing, but let me provide you the guidance that you need to also move how you need to move.
I think what y'all talking about in the sense of how y'all describing monitoring is like, yeah, no, that don't translate to the worst kids. But like when Puff first mentioned monitoring and that translating to the worst kids, I think like kids that like, them being monitored comes with like restrictions. I think that does turn out to like some of the worst kids, right? Like a kid that don't get to experience a lot of things, what I mean, when the age group around them does, when he gets to that point or when he gets that freedom, they do kind of go crazy and shit. So, but I mean, I get what y'all saying though. But
My mama told me, don't drink before 12 o'clock unless you're in the house. So now I wait. I mean, don't be out the house drinking. Now I wait till 12:09. You see, those habits have helped establish who I am today. Oh, that's my coffee. I know better. I don't drink in the mornings. I drink in the afternoon.
I mean, don't put that on your mother. Your mother encourage you to drink after that. Um, when y'all getting to know somebody, right? Do you think somebody could talk about themselves too much, right? Like if like is that like a oxymoron, I guess, or whatever? Like you trying to get to know them, but like can they talk about
It is.
too
It
much? Is that,
is.
is
Because
that
most people will
possible?
find that a turn off. Most people will find that a turn off. Like,
Yeah, you
he
supposed to
talk about
piggyback.
himself too much.
So what y'all think? What y'all think? Would that be like a turn off for y'all? Would that be like a red flag? Like I'm trying to get to know this person, but this person is talking about themselves too much. Like what they supposed to be talking about, or like do y'all don't look at
Can you get
You
to
supposed to
know me
piggyback.
a little
You supposed to
bit?
piggyback. Like somebody supposed to tell you something about them, and then you supposed to be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, well something such about yourself around that same topic and shit. That's how you do it. And
Mm-hmm.
then you come back with something about you, boom, and then they supposed to do the same
Mm-hmm.
thing you just did, and then come back with something about them. If you just drilling a nigga with all you and shit, that's a little weird though.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you
You
only
got
talk?
because if you yeah, you
It can
supposed to be
be
learning
a
each
little
other, so
turn
you
off.
gotta you feel me? It gotta bounce back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's a red flag because I need to know if you gotta lay it on thick all these things about you. Like, how you even got space in your brain to remember my favorite color if all you can keep, if all your program to say is, yeah, but my favorite color blue. Yeah, yeah, but I like the blue one because you know my favorite color blue. Like it's just, it's not.
do men and women even uh Puff said they supposed to be Puffalicious said that they supposed to be learning each other, right? Um, do men and women learn each other the same way? Like when I hear Puff say like they supposed to be learning each other, right? I think to myself, right, like now just in my mind, right? Women, right, learn you learn your habits, learn every detail about you, learn how you fold the socks, all type of shit, right? Men, when we dealing with you, we learn so learning the things that we like, we don't like, but we learn them in like real time by your actions, like in those scenarios, right? Like something happened, oh, we don't like that, we gonna talk about you. Hey, why you do that? I don't do that shit again, blah blah blah. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, she did this. All right, cool. She was cool. She already know how she ain't green. She know what was going on. Cool, cool, cool. Like we learn you like that. You know what I mean? So I feel like in dating, or maybe a woman should let me talk about myself because that's how y'all learn this, right? That's the shit y'all care about, and she don't probably have to do that so much. Or am I wrong in that?
Talk is
I feel
cheap.
like women the same too. Like we learn through real time as well. Like I feel like I learn you by observing and watching. I feel like the conversation of getting to know each other, like you have your questions that you may ask, or you might want to know, but like how you grew up, what do you do for a living, how old are you, like those things. But like I think women the same. We learn you in real time as well by like observing, or by the time like time go by, we learn who you are as an individual, like your character, it's like your true colors.
I agree. I think we be peeping what we don't like and do like. I think we are actually
I agree.
more judgmental there because a nigga might walk a certain way and you like, nah, nigga
Uh-huh.
don't walk thug enough. They gonna try him. He might not need to be one. Like whatever
Hmm.
detail it is. But like I feel like women the same with it.
But the
Hmm.
phrase
All right.
Jason said was to learn each other. He didn't say for you to peep what you think you peep. No, that's what females do a lot. They
But
peep
that's
what they think is they
But I
peeping,
go
but they're
back
not
to,
learning
but
the
not
person.
not having to talk too much. That's
They,
why it could
I'm,
be a
I'm
turn
saying, but
off.
if you peep the wrong thing, that's not learning the person. Like if you peep something and you like, oh, this person doesn't like this because such and such, and you go out and do something that you assume he doesn't like and you're wrong because that's most of the time how it is because you didn't take the time to find out why. Because a guy is situational, a man is situational. Like usually everything's going to change according to the situation. So if that's how you're going to figure out something, you're never going to know somebody. Just to let you know.
if it's gonna change situational, then all this talking, like, am I really
Mean
even
nothing.
getting to know you? It means nothing
Hmm.
because
Yeah,
you saying this,
because
but your
when I'm
action is
talking to you,
different this
I can
time
tell
and
you
this
the
time.
situation. When I'm talking to you, I can tell you the situations in which they may change. Like for example, if y'all was to look at me and just make an assumption of who I am from what you're saying, you may not have the right assumption. You may just gonna have the
Hmm.
assumption of what you saying. Now, the person who took the time to get to know me is gonna know the real person because they actually took the time to talk to me. So you and them gonna have a totally different, response back to what to the question that's asked.
So, Puff, you're saying that listening to somebody talk about themselves and what they do and don't do is better than actually watching a person and seeing how they respond to things as
I'm,
weighing
yeah, I'm
them.
like I'm saying, yeah, because you got to figure out why. You have to know why they did what they did. You feel me? Like everything, everything happens for a different reason. Like in one situation, be something at the table, the guy may speak on it. He may actually flip his wig. Then the next situation, he ain't gonna do anything, cause he gonna be like, oh, well, this one situation was with the manager or the waiter. The next situation was with the cook. One of them guys is cooking our food, so we're not gonna fuck with him. None of the other guys are able to give us free food, so we're gonna come at him. It's a reason. It's a reason why everything is done. But you wouldn't know unless you asked.
I think that's a bad example, but
You never had a bad meal at your table?
no, I'm just that's to me that's not a good example to understand. Like I mean it's clear, right, to me. Like if you're, I don't need you to talk about that. I saw your action, I saw you be calmer with this person, right, and I saw you take your time, and then I saw you calm down or whatever the case may be, or escalate, however it is. I saw you in that moment, so I can already see how things could be that irritate you and how certain responses to that calm you down. Like I feel like I can observe that without you telling me that. And I feel like we have to have common sense, like see the situation for what it is. I don't need you to tell me that. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's not a good example anyway in that environment, because obviously I would assume even that okay, he kept it cool with the cook. Well, obviously why? Maybe was it just also that the cook was calmer? Like it could be so many things. I just feel like the action is better than the word. I'm gonna
I
wrap it
mean,
up.
but if it could be so many things, why would you go with the action instead of asking? You just said it
Because
could be so many things, so why would you
that's why I
assume it's
said I
one
don't
thing?
like that scenario exactly. That I'm talking about that scenario exactly. But even you explaining those things, you saying those words, I feel like it still could be. I'm more likely to see your words as bullshit than your actions, personally. So you could tell me something all day, but if your actions don't support those words, then
Yeah.
your words mean nothing.
But overall, y'all feel like men and women learn each other the same.
Hell
No, I don't agree with that. No,
The
I don't.
process of learning each other is the same.
I think it maybe it should be, right?
It is not though.
I think you should
But
watch
it,
people's actions. Yes. I don't
Okay,
think
so what I'm trying to say is right. If the process not the same, wouldn't it be a reason why one person should talk about themselves more than the others?
no, I'm saying the process should be the same. It should be.
If it's not the same, wouldn't that make it for one person to have to talk about themselves more than the other?
No, I don't. I don't. I think you can think that.
Okay.
no. What up, Odie?
hey y'all, how are you? Sorry I'm a
Snuck,
little
Hey,
late.
girl.
snuck in the
Ray,
building.
I wanted
I'm
to say
sorry
your
I'm a
little
little
curls
late.
is popping.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um,
Thank you.
I know that we got two people on here that have a a, a high social life. I'm gonna say it that way. I guess high social life. Um, so I definitely want to hear from
Who are those two people?
I would say
uh
you and Trina for sure.
yeah, you and Trina have a high social life amongst our cast, right?
Yeah, because I
So
surely don't.
I definitely want to hear from y'all on this question, right? How do you keep your partner secure while maintaining a social life? You know what I mean?
Oh, nigga,
Especially
you
like the
don't.
type of
You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. A person has to be secure in themselves. If they're not, it's not going to do anything. Like nothing.
okay. You don't. Person have to trainer what you got.
I do believe that you gotta have a secure mate, 100% sure. But I do feel like some people need reassurance here and there, and I feel like it can be provided. You can definitely involve your mate. Like I've definitely like involved like my mates before, like bring them around, take them out with me. Also, them knowing who I'm with. Most of the time, I'm with the same people, so I feel like that brings some level of security as well. Like knowing who I'm hanging out with and the kind of people I'm hanging out with and the kind of things we do.
Yes.
Okay, no
But
disrespect. I think that's because
mhm.
Trina doesn't get. I mean, Trina, do you get paid for your outings? Like, are you getting paid for your
No, no,
like?
no, no, no. I'm not. I'm
See, that's
going
the
out to
thing.
like have
It's
fun.
she,
Yeah,
yeah. She so she don't
yeah,
understand
to have
how
fun.
having your significant other can affect your money.
See, if you are doing something
Mhm.
out and you need to be appealing to the opposite sex, you having
Mhm.
somebody right there on your back is not helping you, to get your job done. Like you can't interact with people while you got your significant other with you. Like you, nah, that doesn't work.
I
It
used to
just
work at
doesn't.
a I used to work at a bar, bro, and like even at the bar, it's like I'm trying to make tips, and it's like the
Mhm.
girl I was in at the time didn't understand. Like I'm not out here trying to get pussy. I'm out here doing my job to get
Yeah,
tips, and I'm good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like so, even that is like yeah, when you got to go
Yeah, that
somewhere
would make a difference.
nah,
and
yeah, that
perform.
shit get like that's. I've had that issue. Like literally, if you,
Yeah.
I don't, y'all really probably haven't watched all my battles, but literally in one of my battles, I was going on my baby mom because she was talking so much shit about battle rap, and then when I started getting paid for it, now she wants to be standing right behind, like, like I'm trying to tell you, like that shit, nah, cause bringing people in there and shit, and then you got all the like the opposite sex trying to get closer to you, and you got to think you're not really flirting, but you're being friendly. But to your significant other, it may appear as flirting. That can cause a lot of
Yeah,
It was
issues.
most females don't like real friendly ass niggas, so I can
I
see
was
how that can be the difference. I can see how that can make the difference because like
money.
with me being high social, it's out with my girls having fun. So like I think it's we ain't worried about everybody else. Like we there for like all time. So I think that does make a difference like in like this situation because
Yeah,
we
but
ain't
if
thinking about
y'all was
nobody. We
selling,
having a good time.
but if
Yeah.
y'all was selling like male cologne or something like that, y'all would have to appeal
Mhm.
to the males.
Mhm.
You're not gonna want your dude right there on your back.
Mhm.
Why this dude? Because you gotta think somebody's gonna
Mhm.
buy something from you just because they like you. It don't have nothing to do
Mhm.
with your product. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with you selling. They are attracted to you, and they are trying to get whatever 10 seconds of fame they can get to conversate with you.
Right.
So
Stop.
Mhm.
you feel me? And you got somebody
Mhm.
right there with you that might stop you from making that 20
Mhm.
$25. You feel
That
Definitely
is
make
true.
you not approachable or unwelcoming or intimidating to the next
me?
person.
Mhm.
For sure.
That is true.
Yeah,
But now
unless
that
you a
bartender shit
Adam
real.
22, then it don't matter. But you know,
I'm
Now
right,
that
okay.
bartender shit you talk about real though, Jason.
hmm?
That bartender shit you talk about real, like no
Bro, I
funny
used
shit.
to,
Like
bro, telling you,
subconsciously, I did it before. Like no funny shit. Like I was at the bar, I was flirting with this chick, and her girlfriend called, and she answered and shit. And I was like, "Oh dang, so you got some more legs coming?" She was like, "Oh nah, this my girlfriend." She was like, "I'm gay." And then when she showed me the girl, and it was like a manly girl, I was like, "Oh." I wasn't even interested no more and shit. You feel me? Like I saw myself just slowly walking away from the bar. But I'm right there buying, I don't even buy bar drinks, but I'm right there buying drinks and kicking it and shit because I think I had a shot at that moment. Once I realized that the chance of me having a shot went down, so did the finances. You feel me? So it's like I think it's the same way.
yeah. No, I used to work at a bar, bro. So it's like when you work at a bar, bro, you like you like a stand up comedian, you like a therapist. You know what I'm saying? Like you just hear so much, you got to entertain so much, you got to put on, this personality and shit.
Right.
Women coming to your bar, bro, they want you. I gotta entertain them, bro. Sometimes my girl coming to the bar would impede on me entertaining them, which would affect my tips, right? Like the more I
Right.
entertain you, the more you're gonna tip me. So it's just like certain aspects of having like a social life, right? I used to go to other bars to fuck with other bartenders, so they would come fuck with our bar, and so I used to be out a lot at drinking. You know what I mean? So certain shit, just I don't know, man. I just wanted to ask y'all about that because I know y'all have high nightlives. I go out a lot and shit. Speaking of going out a lot, Trina, you went to see Jocelyn and them. How was that?
Oh yeah, that the Jocelyn drink was a throwback. That's old. That's old. But it was good. It was real good. I loved it. You know, if you know me, you know I love strippers. It can be girls, it can be boys. I love strippers. So it was my vibe. It was cute. And then I also low key like Jocelyn music, even though she be tripping sometimes, but that should be cranking sometimes. So like I was here for like her performing the EP and her having like her little choreography, especially also watching the show. I wanted to see what it was given in person. I was impressed. My girl came with her shit together. And then it was cute, like she had the girls off the show and they was doing like different little acts. Child, the girl put like this real long balloon down her throat and then spitting out fire, child. The girl, it was good. She supposed to be doing another tour, so I'm gonna go back when she done. this round of the cabaret.
It was all women in there. It was niggas in there.
No, it was man, it was niggas, females, married couples. Like it was a few
Let
like
me, let me ask this a different way. It was straight niggas in there by themselves, or it was all like.
yeah, it was definitely straight niggas. And I think they was in there because they knew it was gonna be girls there. Because it also was
Mhm.
like a club, a lounge. So people was buying tables and buying bottles. So you know the niggas gonna be in there because the girls in there. So yeah, it was a lot of men in there, like straight men,
Let
people
me
that was
ask you.
together and stuff.
You went with your you went with your friends, right?
I went with my sis. Yeah, we went. It was just
Okay.
her and I.
You all right. I understand you in a relationship, right?
Now I'm single.
Okay. As a single person, right? What's the
Uh-huh.
mindset when you get dressed for an event like that, right? Is it like look cute because all the bitches gonna be there, so you look cute, or is it like okay, it's gonna be a lot of women there, so it's gonna be a lot of men
Mhm.
there, so you look fly, or is it like strippers comfortable? Like, what's the mindset when you get dressed for crowd?
I think about the environment. I was like, oh, this gonna be a little club. I know I'm probably gonna be standing for real. I'm gonna try to be cute and a little comfy. That was my mindset. Like cute and comfortable.
It was standing. It was standing.
Yeah, because it was like I said, it was inside of a club lounge. You know what I'm saying? It was packed out because like she packed that bitch out. So like, and then the stage, if you wanted to be close to her, you had to stand. You know what I'm saying? Because the tables was like in the back of the club. So mostly everybody was standing because they wanted to be closer to the stage, like closer to see her perform. So yeah, it was standing mostly.
All right. I just wanted to know. I think you posted this, so I just wanted to, what I'm saying, get your
It was a
guidance.
vibe. Y'all better go when she come back. It really was. It really was a vibe. If you like that kind of vibe, it's lit. Like I would go with my nigga. Like I would. Like I would go with my man or something like that. It
Because it's
was vibe. It
strippers,
was cute.
right? So
Yeah, it
yeah,
was females. Yes, it was females. So like I would bring my dude. It was cute. They had hookah drinks. You know what I'm saying? The girls was doing their thing. So like the next one, I would bring my little
They
boo
was
back
throwing
or
money.
whatever. No, they wasn't throwing money. They wasn't throwing money because you know the goal of her is to make it like a cabaret, not really strip club. Although they doing like, because it's not just them stripping. Like they do like choreography. She's like performing songs. Like they have things that they do. Like you do see skin. Like Jocelyn, take off her shirt, so you do see like her chest and then the girl. But it's not really like stripping pole. But they did have a pole there and the girl was on it. But it's not really like strip club. It was
When
more
you
like
say stripping,
cabaret.
right? Do you mean like they
Mhm.
was taking off clothes? You mean like they got naked?
In a strip club, you expected to like get naked lap dances. Like that's the strip club vibe. This was more so like a performance. Like it had choreography. It was like her on stage. The girls wasn't like trying to get money. You know what I'm saying? Like they was already paid. So it was like they was doing more so like a performance. Like it wasn't like a strip club. We like you can touch the girl, get dances, they fully naked. Like it wasn't giving that.
I think I've seen a lot of performances that if some
Mhm.
bitches was in the background taking off their clothes, it'd be a lot better. I think I would appreciate it more. I think I would have thought it was a lot better.
Mhm.
That's all I'm getting at. You know what I mean? I just
Mhm.
feel like
Yeah, yeah,
it's hard
yeah. They
to have,
wasn't naked.
it's hard to have a bad performance when bitches is just taking off clothes beside you. Like I
And
don't
you
give a
want to
fuck
see
what
the
the
titties
bitch got.
out.
Like a nigga could be rapping like A B C D, but if he got like five bitches around him just getting naked as he rapping, I'm gonna be like,
Mhm.
that's lit as hell,
He did
y'all.
all right. He
Yeah,
did
he
all
did.
right.
I will say for Jocelyn though, she said that the club. So before she performed, she did say like the club won't let her get naked. So I'm gonna have, like I said, I want to go to the other show. So I'm gonna see if she in a different scenery because the place she was at wasn't a strip club; it was a club lounge. But when she came to Baltimore, she was at a strip club. So I think she did a little bit more in the Baltimore show. I went to the Richmond show. So we're gonna
Okay.
see when she come back. I'm gonna go to the one where she's actually inside of a strip club to
On
see
the
if
avenue,
they're
she
gonna
went to
let
one on
them
the
get naked.
avenue.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go back.
All right. All right. I got another question for y'all, right? Soft women are soft, right? Meaning that soft is more like feminine, right? If you look up soft women, you look it up, they're gonna use feminine to describe soft, right? Soft women are soft, right? Which is to say that non-soft women aren't, right? Which means they don't become soft. You probably can't make them soft, right? They're always gonna be aggressive. the opposite of feminine would be masculine, right? So they're all gonna be more masculine, right? It's not a trait that women could just turn on how they probably allude to they can, right? Do y'all disagree with
Yes,
what I'm saying?
totally disagree.
Why? Elaborate.
I disagree.
Because it's times when I think I'm an aggressive person, right? I think I can be, or most people would probably consider me aggressive or outspoken to a degree, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are times in my life where my husband does things that make me softer because of how he handles me, or because I understand that that's his position and I get to chill. Like, so I feel like it is something that can be turned on and maybe even turned off, right? Like you. So I would
I
consider,
agree.
I don't know if I would say I'm a soft girl, right? Do I have soft girl times? Yes, but I like my aggression. I like the manhandle some shit sometimes. So yeah.
No, you can just turn it off though, I think.
All
You
right,
seen them dykes and shit convert.
I feel like soft women are naturally soft, right? They grew up soft, right? They probably in their career choices or through things in life had to be hard, right? Single moms gotta be hard, right? But they naturally soft, right? Like they go out in the world, they do what they got to do to get bread, right? So they got like a toughness to them, right? You got to do what you got to do to survive, right? Then they come back home and be soft, right? Because they naturally soft, right? We're like an aggressive woman grew up aggressive, right? Aggressive, and just think that when she get the right man, right, she could just turn on this softness that she's never displayed, that she don't got because she don't got it. She's not soft. She masculine.
You
Like
learn
I
how
feel
to be
like feminine
soft.
women are always gonna be feminine when they in their environment, right? When they're in an environment, they can be feminine because that's what they naturally were, right? So, Ray, when you talk about like your husband bringing all these moments, I would venture to say, right, like you grew up soft though. Now, and I don't mean soft as like scary or weak, you know what I mean? But you grew up feminine, right? You go to work and you do your thing, right? And you manage, right? So you do what you got to do, right? And then when that's over, I would imagine, from my point of view, when your husband comes on, the reason why you soft, right, or he brings out this softness, because that's who you naturally are anyway. So y'all disagree with that thought process?
I think women are naturally soft though, bro. Like you see how them dyke
I do
joints
not
just
disagree,
convert.
Jason.
You had them dyke joints just convert over, you know, just instantly. Like this should be wild and shit. You like, dang, that bitch was just dyking the other day. I mean, it's naturally in them. And I think all that manly shit be an act. They just
I don't think
fucking
it's the ad.
reciprocate some shit they seen.
Speak on it. Speak on it, Odie. How you feeling about what I said? Give your opinion.
I can agree that when you're saying like just naturally being soft because you do revert back to that. But there are times where you can be aggressive, but I don't think it's an act. Um, Maybe something that you went through, or maybe there's something in that person that you're dealing with or talking to that can make you get aggressive, or the situation. But I do think naturally, um, the environment can definitely play a part in it, because if you've grown up in an aggressive environment, you may be a little aggressive. You may not know how to turn that down in a way, and you may be just used to that. And maybe you will be a little soft for a moment, but then you go back.
And to your
Yeah.
point for me as well, I think I did have maybe a soft life. I didn't have a hard life. I don't want to ever come across like that. I had moments, right? But like my life overall
Yeah,
has been blessed. But I will say, when I think about it, I think sometimes I'm more happy when I am aggressive. That soft girl shit is hard because it requires me to kind of bottle myself in a way, right?
I
And
feel
although
you.
I appreciate it, I appreciate that sometimes. I think naturally I am more comfortable in my. I think I feel more fulfilled maybe sometimes, even in my aggressive state. You know what I'm saying? Just because I feel like I'm in control and I like to be in control in a lot of things in my life. Um, so I don't know, like, you
You
know,
feel like that's like a natural thing, or that's like a something that you like. I ain't going for that shit today. But like the other side with that, right, would be like I'm naturally not going for that shit, and then today would be the like, you know what, I'm gonna let that slide. You know what I'm saying? Because naturally you would be the aggressor. I don't go for that. I don't go for that. I don't go. But today would be the front of putting on the softness, right? Would be like I'm gonna let that slide. So what I'm asking you is your normal state like I'm gonna let that slide, let that slide, I'm gonna let that slide, and then like the unnormal thing is like I ain't going for that today because
The unnormal thing is I'm gonna let that slide.
yeah, because that's why, like, to me, like I said, from the outside,
No.
I view you as, you know what I mean? You grew up soft, you grew up feminine, you grew up like, you know what I mean? Hey, man, this the role I'm gonna play for this. This the role I'm gonna play. I'm gonna let this go. That's not a big blase, blase, blah. And even though I hear you saying I feel more rewarded when I handled it the other way from the outside looking in, that seems like a second nature. That don't seem like the natural you. That seems like the you of like, I don't feel like being the Ray they know, right? So I'm gonna be this Ray, which will make it unnatural because you're naturally soft, which will help my point. I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but I'm just helping my argument, right? Agree, you know what I mean? That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I kind of do still disagree because it really depends on which way you know me too. My coworkers would probably assume that I am like I'm not a soft girl at all. You know what I mean? Especially when I have to talk to, huh?
That's work though, and you manage. So you got to put the cape on when you manage. You got to put the boss on.
I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. You know what I mean? I could.
No, you
very
gotta be
well.
some form of dickhead.
Yeah,
There's
you wouldn't
no
even.
boss
You
that
wouldn't
doesn't
even.
have some
You
form
wouldn't
of
even have
dickhead.
lasted. You being a black woman, in my opinion, you wouldn't even have lasted as long being a manager if you didn't do that.
You as a black woman, you have a natural dickhead in you, so you probably don't even notice it.
Okay.
I mean that literally and figuratively.
Mm-hmm.
I got dickhead. I mean,
I said you have a little dick in you. I said you have a little dick in you.
Oh yeah, I mean that's correct. The clitoris. You're right. You're right. It's a little dick though.
It's the head. A little dickhead. Nah. All right. Well, I mean, I wanted to get your opinion on that, right? I just, you know, what I mean, I'm here to be wrong, right? Because I'm not a woman, but in my opinion, right, my overall opinion, I think naturally soft women, right, are soft. I think they put on a bravado, right, when it's time to be hard, right, because that comes with life. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, there are women that are naturally aggressive, right? That the softness is a cape. It's not their natural thing, right? And it's like, you know what I mean? A lot of them don't ever use it and they just can't turn it on.
Time, your natural can change though. Like if you're constantly having to be aggressive, home life, work life, all of that, at that point, even if you were raised soft and now your day-to-day is aggressive, then
you could have been all right. My dad tried to, I would feel like, not on purpose, right? But I would feel like just the type of person my dad is, everybody theoretically should have came out hard, right? But everybody didn't though. Because they came out how they naturally was gonna come out soft. Like it just some shit just gotta be in you. This question, right? Let me elaborate, right? We got a little couple minutes, right? I thought of this question because I seen women online saying basically like, right, like I'm gonna be this way with niggas until I get a husband, and then I'm gonna be this way. And in my mind, right, like if you don't do the things to please a man, right, you're not just gonna be able to turn it on when you get the right man, bro. You're not gonna know what to do to keep him. You're not gonna know what that looks like. You're not gonna know how that's even
Yeah, I
appreciated.
can agree.
You're not even gonna make it around that guy long enough to show him that if you wasn't already showing that from the beginning.
Yeah, so it's like to me, your aggressive ass or your shielded ass or whatever that's who you naturally are. You're not about to just turn this on because you meet a nigga. So that's why I thought of this question, right? Because that's how I feel, right? Like you're doing yourself a disservice by not just being who you want a nigga to marry and just going through the hardships of like, all right, he ain't appreciated, but this one did. Or these are the things I did that men appreciate, and these are things I don't. Because you could be trying to do those things, and maybe you're doing it where men don't appreciate it, or maybe you know. So you're learning by actually doing it in real time. I don't feel like you should be saving it until you meet the right man and then trying to, or now I could do these things. No, bitch, you don't even know what niggas like. You know what I'm saying? And You know what I mean? So that's how I kind of thought of that question or whatever. But I got another question for y'all. Then I got a couple topics just to see if y'all want to talk about it. But I got one more question for y'all that, you know what I mean, whatever. I seen a quote, right? I just want to know if y'all agree on this, right? It was an old quote, right? It said, no man is more unhappy than he who has never faced adversity, for he is never permitted to prove itself. Do y'all agree with that quote? Should I read it? Do I need to read it again?
Hell yeah, nigga, that shit real. That shit real as shit.
No man.
Nigga, Kyrie Irving fucked up his legacy in basketball because of that.
Elaborate.
The reason what did he say he left LeBron James because he didn't want to be nobody else's sidekick. He wanted to go somewhere and make his own name for himself. You feel me?
You think he's more unhappy than somebody who's worked very, very hard and never made it to the NBA? Like, because that's basically like, you know what I mean? If you translate this post to Kyrie Irving, that's basically what it's saying, right? That Kyrie Irving, that somebody who's never been in Kyrie Irving's shoes ain't as unhappy as the nigga that never faced.
Well, I don't know, because you got to remember,
you know what I'm saying?
Kyrie Irving publicly announced he was going through depression at that time. He remember he had to get his mental and shit together. So, I mean, that could be true. They say money bring a lot of troubles. I mean, it's a lot of people that didn't make it to the top, and they're just happy and content. I'm going to say content, just happy and content with the way their life panned out.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It's a gym teacher somewhere that could have went to the pro, blow out his knee. Now he just coach kids and he love it. You feel me? Like
when I think about because the quote say man, right? But I mean it don't gotta be man, but the quote say man. But when I first read the quote, right? When I think about a man that's never first faced adversity, I feel like he ain't never try shit. He ain't never go out there to do shit. How could he be more unhappier than the nigga that kept trying and failing, kept trying and failed? Like that nigga put effort and energy and time to it. The nigga that never faced adversity never put nothing on the line.
Yeah, but you don't know if you a man. You never faced nothing. At least I know what I'm capable of, bro. You don't know what you capable of. You don't know what you not capable of. You don't know nothing about you. You ain't never had to do shit. Like never. Like imagine some of them kings and shit back in the day that just got to become the king because his father was the king. And he only was alive for 3 years because he didn't know what the fuck to do with the king. They poisoned the nigga food, got his ass up out of there. Like, you don't know shit. You just there and shit. Like, who the fuck wants to just be there? Like, fuck no.
Okay, I guess I'm not saying that they can't be unhappy, right? But you who have never tried something is more disappointed than somebody who's tried and failed.
You don't even know what disappointment feels like.
That's when I hear never faced adversity, that's how it translates in my mind, right? Like you never tried nothing, you never went to attempt nothing, you never put nothing on the line, you never faced adversity. Like somebody who's faced adversity seems like they try to put it on the line. They try to that's like Puff, if you try to go get in the NBA or you try to go get in the summer league right now and you go to the tryouts, right? And you don't make it. And you come back to the block and you unhappy about it. The nigga beside you that also who can't be more unhappier than you that he didn't make it when he didn't even go up there with you to try to make it. Like that's how I translate the quote. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not here to change nobody's mind. I'm just here to, you know what I mean, argue my point against y'all points if anybody feel differently. But that's how I
So who you saying should be angrier? Who you saying should be angrier?
I'm saying if you go to the program, right, and you trying to get into somebody's summer league, right, and you practice and you train for months and you went up there and you didn't make it, they didn't pick you, right? But when you came back to the block, you was disappointed, right? But let's say the nigga that you come back to the block, I'm on the block with you. You come back and you tell me how you didn't make it, how you disappointed, and I hoop too, right? Should I be more mad than you that I didn't make it in the summer league when I didn't go try? Like I didn't face adversity. You faced adversity, right?
Yeah, but you didn't try though.
I should be more madder than you. Like that's how I'm translating.
You should be mad you ain't tried because you could have made
it. But I should be madder than the person that tried and didn't make it. I didn't go up there.
Yeah, but you didn't even give it a chance. Like you should definitely be mad. Like you just left it blank. Like you literally left the page blank.
You didn't even get the experience.
Yeah, like
like that kind of seems
but you didn't go get the experience.
Yeah, right? But that sucks. Life is about experiences, and you missed out on life.
I can't. I feel like y'all being. I feel like y'all. All right, now we pausing, right? I feel like y'all being weak on people, right?
Ooh.
If you went to go make something happen and it didn't, the nigga that didn't get off his ass to go make it happen can't be more disappointed than you, my nigga. You put time and energy into that shit. Or let's say you invested money and you lost your money. This nigga just thought about a dream and never chased it. You thought about a dream and chased it and realized that your dream failed. Your dream, you couldn't make your dream happen. That nigga that never even got off the bench to chase his dream can't be more mad. You still got a dream.
Why would he not be mad? Maybe he's mad.
Nah, I don't know. I'd be mad, bro.
If your dream never fails, you can still dream about it. If my dream failed,
so you think I'm not mad that I don't play ball no more? Just because I didn't keep trying?
I'm saying that somebody who never tried at all can't be madder than you. You said keep trying is the key word to me in that sentence.
I didn't try at all. I stopped playing it. I just stopped playing once I got shot. I couldn't play, so there's nothing I could do. So somebody
that got shot though.
Yeah, so I couldn't play. But somebody else that went on and played and just failed.
Okay,
I can still be madder than them.
What grade you stopped in?
I stopped in college.
Okay, so you got shot, right? Let's say another nigga, right, stops at college too, and he didn't get shot. I don't think he could be more madder than you, right? Like something ended your dream. Like at that point, I can say you was chasing it, you got shot, and you stopped. He just stopped. He just stopped. Like he still had the dream to dream it. You might have felt like the bullet killed your dream. All I'm saying is that somebody who has a dream, and the dream doesn't fail, can still dream on it. And I'm saying
I agree, Jason.
Who tried to put the dream in motion and the dream failed is going to be more disappointed because now I don't have my dream is gone. I don't have nothing to dream on. The dream is hope. My hope failed. Your hope still exists because you still can hope on it.
Oh no, fool.
If I never put out music in a day in my life, I want to be a rapper. I never put out music a day in my life. And Puff put out music, right? And let's say he don't get the numbers that he want, right? I tried. I put my all into this. I put my money in the studio. I put my time in the studio. I put my effort in writing lyrics, and it didn't give me what I wanted to be. That could kill his dream. Well, I could still dream because I didn't fail yet. I can still put out music to this day. I can still pop the chance. I don't even know my dream can't make it. I feel like I still got hope. Where another nigga, I don't know.
Do you still have hope though? Because
you could.
I feel like the other person in that situation, I feel like you should be more mad because you didn't try. I'd rather have tried and have the answer, okay, well, this just wasn't for me. And then I can find another dream because at least I can say I've dreamed more than one fucking dream while you've been dreaming the same fucking dream with your sit still content nonsense ass. And at least I tried. At least I went out there and got the experience. At least I got in rooms with people that I'm just happy to be able to say I know or could connect me to something else because of this, even though it's not this connection I wanted, but it's another way. Like it's still to me like better. You know what I'm saying? To have got out there and failed and to have not tried at all.
Yeah. I think.
I think
it is better. I think one brings more disappointment.
They're doing construction up there by the thing.
It depends on how hard you are on yourself. It really does.
Okay. Well, I like that conversation. All right, so I got a couple like quick things to throw there just to see if y'all want to talk about it. If we can, if y'all do, or we don't have to if y'all don't. Jonathan Majors making good, paying all his bills. Y'all want to talk about that? Do we believe that?
Does anybody have a Bible near them?
I got my phone. I got my Google.
Yeah. Y'all want to do what I want to do?
I'm down. Shit, I got time.
One person look up Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 33, and then somebody else look up 1 Timothy 2nd chapter. No, First Timothy 2nd chapter 12th verse.
I could look up Timothy because Ecclesiastes I can't spell off the top of my head.
Ecclesiastes is ESSCLE Ecclesiastes. God damn, my mom will be.
I got it. It's ECC. Okay. What did you say? What else from that?
Ecclesiastes, I think is verse 7, chapter 33.
Chapter 33.
I know my nigga Puff on some shit.
Wait,
First
chapter 33?
No, it's verse
Verse
7,
verse 7. Okay.
or it may be chapter 28. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head. It should say, even though I search and I have not found, I have found one man out of 1,000, but yet I've never found one woman.
First
Don't ask me why I
Timothy,
remember this scripture. It's just.
First Timothy 2:12 say, I do not permit a woman to teach or to have any authority over a man. Instead, she should be quiet. My nigga Puff, man. My nigga Puff on some bullshit. Let's go.
Let's
I'm here
do it.
for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Did I say that right, Riz? Did I
It's
quote
not
that?
coming up, so I don't know.
Oh, let me
But
see
if
if I
you
can.
tell me the quote again, and I'll just search that versus looking chapter wise. What was the quote?
Even though I've searched, I have found one honest man out of 1,000, but I have never found the honest woman.
Never found an honest woman. Okay. Let's see what we got. 728. Okay.
728. I knew it. Hey yo, hey yo, that's crazy, man. Prison does bad things to people.
Yeah,
Okay.
while I was still searching but not finding, I found one upright man out of 1,000, but not one upright woman amongst them all.
How do y'all feel about that? As a woman, how does that make you feel?
Oh, women, take it away.
So here I'm wanting to check something here really quick, because what immediately I'm thinking is that this is from the Old Testament. Okay. And we understand that the reason that, and I'm pretty sure that this is from the Old Testament. And the reason, though I have not checked, I want to be clear. Okay, I'll do that when I'm done talking. But the whole great thing about Jesus Christ is that he brought certain salvation and equality. That the Old Testament just simply did not. It was hardened in that sense. So to me, while I can acknowledge this and take it for what it is, for the timing in which it was said, it would not be relevant to today. And I also would like to see if these are whose words are these, right? Because it didn't come up in red as if this was something that Jesus said, which would make sense because it's the Old Testament, right? So again, to my point, by it being the Old Testament, it's not what we are necessarily going by today.
I'm gonna be the asshole to help Puff do whatever he's trying to do, right? So Ecclesiastes is in the Old Testament. First Timothy, the other verse he asked for is in the New Testament. I do not permit a woman to teach or have authority over a man. Instead, she be
No,
quiet.
that's why I purposely picked one that was in the old and purposely picked one that was in the new, just so I can debunk all of that. I purposely did that.
You continue on. You continue on. Whatever. You
Okay,
continue on.
can you read? Go ahead, read Timothy again.
Okay.
Jesus wins.
I do not permit a woman to teach or have authority over a man. Instead, she should be quiet. That's First Timothy.
I can understand. I think that is kind of how it's supposed to be, right? Men are supposed to be the leaders, right? We are not supposed to have authority in that sense. Men were first, right? We came from man. That's how we were created. So I don't think that statement is necessarily offensive to me.
I mean, a few episodes ago, I remember the women blatantly saying that they should not be expected to shut the fuck up. But this verse here says that you should not be expected, but you should actually shut the fuck up. So, and now you're saying that you agree with the verse. So it's like you're contradicting what you said the other episode, because you said that you didn't believe that y'all should have to shut the fuck up. I'm just lost.
So a woman should be able to say how she feels. That in this word and in this world, yes, we should. When it comes to man and wife, and again, this has zero context. We obviously need to read before and after, right, of all of this. But to me, it sounds like it's talking about marriage. That's how I interpret this. Now, if this is somebody that's my husband, then I could even more support that. But to just a random man, I'm not interpreting it that way.
Okay.
I wanted to hear from the other ladies. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. See, my co-host equipped. Nick, I got the right co-host. Nick, swing, Nick. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think none of the other ladies have anything to say.
And what we can do, because it just look like they not getting service.
Yeah.
What we can do is run this back. Let me do my full research, because I also know that you have to read before and after. You can take literally, that's why the Bible is used to abuse and manipulate, because people take one thing out of it and don't relate the context
Yeah,
to
the Bible
right?
has no one line.
I mean, the Bible has is told that it's written for interpretation. Interpretation meaning it doesn't have a solid context. I mean, it's there to mean whatever you want it to mean.
I think that's why we have to also remember just the things that Jesus left for us, right? Such as simply just being a good person. You know what I'm saying? Loving the next person more, which I do think sometimes requires you to shut up.
The Bible can be interpreted multiple ways, right? But when you develop your interpretation, the Bible has no one liner. So when you develop your interpretation, you have to develop from the passage, not the one lines. Okay, why is just us, right? I'm just gonna go through this real quick. Again, I don't think y'all wanted to. I mean, did y'all want to talk about? Did y'all believe Megan Good paying all Jonathan Major's bills? Did y'all want to talk about that?
I mean, they're in a relationship.
Do y'all believe she paying all the bills though?
I don't know him. I don't know his full background, but I think he has some money, right? So I don't know that I would say.
I googled it the other day. Now again, right, refer to the tag. I only googled it one time, so I only looked at the one first source that I found, right? He got 500,000, which if you a celebrity, right, and you got no money, it always say 500,000. That's like the lowest they put a celebrity at, is at 500,000. That's what he was at.
Nuh-uh. They put Dame Dash at 100,000. Remember, I posted him 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, well, they got him at 500.
Me and Dame Dash got the same amount of money.
So
if she is right, and this is somebody that she is not married to, shame on her.
Why? Because if she was down bad and he was up, wouldn't we expect him to pay all her bills until she get back on her feet?
I don't believe that. Like, I think that I've always said it's more successful when both people are thriving, especially in this world today. 2 incomes is required unless you're just lucky and blessed, right?
Not respect. But imagine having sex with a broke homeless person. I want to make sure the person I'm having sex with is not homeless, okay? I'm just saying, I want to be eating a clean vagina. I would like to be doing a lot. You know, I want to be laying in a clean bed when I come over your house.
To do that, though, and that's what she chooses to do to support her man. And I wouldn't like to do that. I would probably feel some type of way. But at the end of the day, if that's what she's in the position to do and she chooses to do that, then have at it. I think that's crazy. But I'm not going to judge her for that, right? I think that we do need more examples of where women, it's okay to help your man get on his feet as long as that's y'all understanding, right? And that y'all have a plan to get out of that situation. It's okay to do that sometimes. But I do think that should be reserved for marriage.
I don't see why a man should be able to spend his money on a woman, but a woman can't spend her money on a man. That don't make sense to me. Like, if they're fucking, they're fucking. Like, if a dude was fucking a woman, you wouldn't expect that dude not to make sure that woman eating. You feel me? Like, if right now, if your friend told you she about to go get this nigga some pussy, but she hungry, first thing you gonna be like, well, why don't you get that nigga to buy you some food? Like, that's gonna be the first thing you gonna say. So, like, I don't understand what's the difference. I just don't. This is who he is having sex with. She is having sex with him. She don't want to be fucking no homeless dick. If I gotta pay this money so that you can stay in a good situation until you get back on your feet, this is what it is. You is who I'm fucking. You represent me.
They said that she paid his $75,000 dog trainer bill.
But we can't equivalent that to that, bro. $75,000 is not $75,000 to them. You
I
gotta
don't
think
give a fuck how much
money is money.
$75,000 is. I'm not paying the dog training bill.
Yeah, some of those bills you would have to eliminate.
I mean, he don't need the dogs, but maybe she love the dogs. You gotta think they've been dating for a minute. Them her dogs at this point too, bro. You gotta think how these dog lovers are anyway. They
I
get to
think
loving somebody else's
Watch
dog
it.
quick as shit.
I
Watch it.
think that I think that
Little dog lover at the top.
I
Look,
think
duck
that if
man.
it's true, I think that if it's true, I think that I believe him crying all the time when he be on stage all the time, right? Because like I always looked at that as like I'm struggling to get a job. Look at this good acting, right? Look how I turn the tears on and off at the drop of a dime every time I'm on stage, right? Like come pick me, right? Like I'm a great actor, right? But if she paying all his bills, then I guess I believe like why he keep crying over why he called her Coretta and all that shit. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. You know what I mean? If it is true, and it makes the him crying more authentic to
At
me.
the
You know
end
what I
of
mean?
Hey, he ain't out cheating or nothing. Now, if you get caught in the tabloids with another bitch, she gotta cut that shit out. But right now, he like a faithful house nigga and shit. He died like earning it.
I don't know how faithful he was because I feel like Megan Good was dead as soon as the white bitch was not there. So I don't know how faithful he is. That's just my opinion.
Well, I think that's a whole different conversation. But I think if you're legally
Bro,
separated,
you know the rules, bro. If he ain't get caught
whatever.
cheating, he faithful. That's the rules. If he ain't got caught, he faithful. That's
But
the
I
rules.
also think if she's happy and she feels like, okay, yes, I'm paying the bills, but he's providing those things that often we have the woman doing and the man's paying. But if she's comfortable and she's like, well, he's giving me enough affection, the sex is good, I enjoy, family, the dogs, whatever, the things that come with him, like, then she let her do what she's doing. And if crying and that stuff woos her, then by all means, brother, keep doing it as long as she's happy.
It don't move you when your husband shed a tear.
Absolutely. My husband does a lot of things that move me. He's an amazing man in every way. But yeah.
Diddy lost $100 million lawsuit as of now. Y'all want to talk about that?
Man, Diddy better not pay that man.
Man, Diddy wilding out. Diddy just better at this point. He better just look into putting his money elsewhere and filing bankruptcy.
What?
Yeah, bro. Everybody's coming for his money, bro. He's not even showing the court at this point. Boy didn't even show the court.
Man, fuck
For
them people.
one of the things. So it's like at this point, I feel like
his team saying they never received that lawsuit, so they didn't know they had court for it.
I still would be doing the same thing.
Fuck that. He the Hitler, and he shouldn't go down without a fight.
You cannot get in my lap.
Did y'all see Sexy Red flashing her titties on IG Live?
No, I missed that shit.
I'm sure it's on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah, it's on Twitter. It's on Twitter. You can go on Twitter, type in Sexy Red, you can see the titties. She showed a bunch of times. They was pounding one of the niggas for kept trying to put the towel in front of her while she was showing the titties.
Yeah, that was some goofy nigga shit.
They was kind of, cop to save a whole ass nigga. They was saying in the comments.
Yeah, no bullshit. That's a hate nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, titties looked hard. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? She got the titties done. Titties looked hard.
Maybe they just ain't, settled in yet or something.
They looked extra
they
hard.
super perky. They super perky.
Yeah, nipples looked extra hard. I ain't gonna hold it. All right. I guess that's about everything, man. I guess we can get out of here today, man. As we get out of here, let me play this. Cause
get him sexy. Get him sexy.
Hey.
Get him.
It's the Goddamn Radio, powered by Struggle Band Network. It's possible that a lot of the shit we're about to talk about is neither actual, factual, or even remotely true. Half of what we say is shit, but all of what we say is funny. Most importantly, we encourage all parties to fact check, because all of this shit is spoke from alleged lips. Go look it up yourself. But don't forget to like and subscribe to all this we talking. You sure to be entertained.